Hey there, James Sweet here, your auto shopper advisor and creator of the Insider Secrets to Getting a Great Used Car Deal. I want to talk to you real quick about when the best time to buy a used car is. A lot of that's going to depend upon what you're trying to buy and the time of year. For instance, if you were trying to buy a truck and you needed a 4x4 truck for winter, just before winter is not going to be the best time for you to buy and expect to negotiate a great price. Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible, just that you're going to have the whole supply and demand factor to deal with when you're trying to buy that type of vehicle just before winter. You're going to have a much better chance of getting the price that you want for a 4x4 in the spring and summer months when demand for 4x4s is much lower. Gas prices are also going to have an effect and an impact on car prices. And I remember back when gas prices skyrocketed in 2006 and 2007 and we were paying almost $5 a gallon and people were buying smaller, more gas-efficient vehicles like crazy and the dealers just couldn't keep them on their lot. Again, not a great time to be expecting a great deal on that type of vehicle because of the whole supply and demand factor. But at the same time, I had a buddy of mine buy an H2 Hummer at a great price because there was very little demand for gas-guzzling vehicles. Length of time that a vehicle has been on a dealer's lot is something the dealer is also going to have to take in consideration when making a deal. When a vehicle has been on a dealer's lot for more than 60 to 90 days, it's time for the dealer to start thinking about reducing its asking price, or they're going to run the risk of taking a loss when they have to sell it at the auto auction. You see, the dealers don't actually own all the vehicles that you see on their lot. The banks do, and they pay the bank a small percentage fee each month to sell their vehicles, called a floor plan charge. And if the dealer doesn't sell the vehicle after 90 days, the dealer even has to pay more for the vehicle because now they actually own it, and they never want to own it. They would actually rather sell it to you at a deep discount and move it off their lot rather than risk taking a loss plus fees trying to sell it at the auction. Now, there is a way you can find out how long a vehicle has been on a dealer's lot without having to ask, and here's how. Now, hopefully the car that you're looking at comes with a Carfax report. Now, if it doesn't, you can always ask the dealer for one. But down below in the detailed history section of the report, it's going to show you when the dealer offered the vehicle for sale on their lot. Now, on this particular vehicle, it was offered for sale on 7/30/2013, and that's 45 days from the filming of this video, so it's kind of at its halfway point. But I think with after some good negotiating, they would make me a great deal on this vehicle. Once you think you found the right vehicle and done all your homework and you're ready to make an offer, the weekdays, Monday through Friday, are going to be the best days to buy because they're typically the slowest days of the week for the dealer. Try to avoid the weekends. The weekends are the busiest time of the weekend, and they'll be working so many deals that they may not be as hungry as they would be during the week to make you that sweet deal that you're looking for. The only exception to the weekend rule is if the weekend falls on the last 3 days of the month. Speaking of the end of the month, the last 3 days of the month are generally the best days to buy a new or used car because every dealer has sales quotas and goals that they want to meet by the end of the month. The salesman and the desk manager also have sales goals and quotas that they want to meet because it affects their paychecks and their bonuses in a huge way. So by using this strategy, it gives the salesman and the desk manager more financial incentive to help you get that great deal that you're after. Now, if you're the type of buyer that doesn't like 4-hour car buying marathons, then this strategy is going to work great for you. Try to make your deal 2 hours before the dealership closes, and here's why. It puts the salesman, the desk manager, and the finance manager all in hurry-up mode and on the defensive. And if you think about it, they've been there all day long for about 10 to 12 hours, and they're ready to go home. And they can't until you leave with or without a car. They also know that if you leave without buying that night, that the likelihood of you coming back to see them are slim to none, and that you'll most likely buy from their competitor down the road. Now, if you can't make it 2 hours before the dealership closes, any time between 1 and 4 o'clock during the weekdays is typically going to be the slowest part of their day. So hopefully these tips and strategies have helped you get a better idea and understanding of when the best times to buy are. Again, my name is James Sweet, your auto shopper advisor, and for more great tips like these and more, go to autoshoppertips.com.